Harry, 150th career game over at Hull FC. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely another massive game for us. Obviously a personal milestone, but it's about the team. Hull is playing his 400th Super League game, which is just ultra impressive. 37 years old, still at the top of his game. Going to be a tough game. Like I said, we're coming off the back of a good win. They're chasing a top 6 spot, and we're looking to chase down the top 2. So makes for a great encounter.
And a chance to build on that incredible win against Hull KR last time out.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I think that was probably our best performance at Adderley. Under Brad, he said that himself. It's a new challenge this week, new team. We're going away from home again. Like I said, they're chasing down the top 6. A lot of ex-Leeds Rhinos players in there that will want to get one over on us. So, no, it makes for a great encounter.
And it's always a hostile place to go, the MKM Stadium, but there's a huge travelling fan base from Leeds going over there on a Saturday afternoon. How important could they be?
Makes a massive difference. I think the fans have been absolutely outstanding all year. And obviously it helps that we're performing and they're really getting behind us. And you look at how packed it was here last week. I think it was our biggest crowd of the season. And when we're out there, the away games, the hostile environments, like you said, that we go to, it can be that extra man sometimes when they get really behind the team. You're on your own line defending and you've got the Leeds fans behind you. It's massive.
Someone who's returning to the side after a long layoff, Max Simpson, you need to see him out there.
Yeah, definitely. Look, like I said, it's a dark place to be. Rehab, long-term injuries. But credit to Max. I think he's been out 2.5 years, not played a first-team game for 3 years. It's a tough old place to be, but it just shows you that mental resilience that he's clearly got. You only have to look at him training, how much he's developed as an athlete as well. It's huge. He looked strong, looked powerful, quick, and unfortunately Ash misses out through injury, but it's an opportunity for Max to step in and come into the team that's performing well and give it his all.
And have you spoke to Max? Because obviously you had a similar layoff at a similar age. You've managed to come through. Have you spoke to him during the process?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, he's had some tough days where he's back in training and his hamstring went. I remember it on the field here. And for someone that's been through that personally, it's quite gut-wrenching. You know exactly the mental process that you're going to have to go through again. Like I said, working with the physios, the tough sessions, getting back and building that confidence up. And yeah, it's not nice, but I've just tried to be around him, be supportive of it. Max, like I said, I've been through something pretty similar to myself, and the leg break, 2 hamstring operations. It's tough, but I think that's what makes you as a player. You have to adapt and change and certain things when you come back from injury, but look, I'm sure he'll give it his all tomorrow night.
And do you think the lessons you learned during that period have given you a sort of extra string to your bow in terms of that resilience, that mental fortitude you had to show since you've got back in the side, you've kicked on from there, England national leader in the team as well. Do you think that's something that Max can use going forward?
Yeah, I think it's something that it's always in the back of my mind. If I'm ever having a tough day or not quite feeling myself, you remember where you've been and everything you want to do. You want to be on the training field, you want to be on the pitch, and the days that aren't quite going right, you think, look, I don't want to be back there, and just be grateful for that. And I think, yeah, when you're young, you first start playing and you come into Super League, you think you're invincible. Nothing can hurt you. You're going to take all these older players on, and but when you go through something like that, the mental resilience it does build is massive. And I think I'll take that for the rest of my career if anything's not quite right. It's also I've got to learn my body a lot more, what it needs, what it doesn't need, and I think Max will be exactly the same.
And Hull FC, let's focus on the game itself. We had a classic with Amir. Paulie's trying the last second to win it. You expecting something similar on Saturday afternoon?
Hopefully not. Hopefully the game's done by then. Well, no, it's going to be a tough game. Like I said earlier, they've got a lot of ex-Leeds Rhinos players in there. Seas, Zach, there'll be Tommy Briscoe, a few more. They'll all want to get one over on us. There's a lot of ex-Leeds Rhinos staff there as well. The game here was a great game. Obviously, we came away with a win, and they'd have been gutted they lost that, and we're obviously going away to a hostile environment. It's about focusing on us. Back to square one from last week. Obviously, a massive win, but building our game again, sticking to our structures and going through our process.